Hello there, my sleepy nights. And tonight, we have a collection of Resident Evil radio.
You're listening to RCN 94.7 FM, the voice of Raccoon City, broadcasting from our studios on Ennerdale Street. The time is 2 a.m.
Good morning, Raccoon City. And yes, it is technically morning, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. This is Marcus Webb, and you're listening to All Night Raccoon, your companion through the darkest hours. Now, let me give you the weather situation. That fog rolling in from the mountains is particularly thick tonight. So if you're on the road, take it slow. Visibility is probably down to maybe 100 feet in some areas. Now, I've got to say, I've been doing this show for 8 years, and I've never seen the phone board light up like this before. Kelly, my producer, just showed me the screen. We've got calls backed up on every single line, all 6 lines. You are a restless bunch tonight, Raccoon City. Maybe it's the weather, maybe it's something in the air. We've also been getting reports for weeks about rats in the sewers near the spillways by the industrial district. The city officials said it was contained, but judging by your calls, not everyone's convinced. I must say I'm also hearing a lot more sirens than usual tonight. Yeah, a lot more. Hope everyone's staying safe out there. Our lines are open at 555-RCNR. That's 555-7267. Let's get your calls and find out what's keeping Raccoon City awake. All right? First caller, you're on with Marcus.
Hello? Marcus? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Who am I speaking with tonight?
My name is Cheryl Hammond. I'm a registered nurse at Raccoon General Hospital. I'm calling from ER right now.
Welcome to the show, Cheryl. Though, tonight I'm guessing you're not calling to request a song at 2 in the morning.
No, definitely not. Marcus, I need to tell someone what's happening here. I started my shift at 11 p.m. Standard Saturday night. Usually we get maybe 3-4 bite victims on a weekend. You know, bar fights, domestic incidents, that sort of thing.
Sure, that makes sense for a city hospital.
Marcus, in the last 3 hours, we've treated over 40 bite victims. 40 people. The waiting room is completely full. People are sitting in the hallways. And these aren't your typical bar fight injuries. These are severe bites. Chunks of flesh missing from arms, legs, necks. Deep tissue damage requiring surgery. Life-threatening injuries.
40 people in 3 hours? That's deeply concerning. Has there been some kind of coordinated attack? Gang violence?
That's what we thought at first, but The victims, Marcus, they're all saying the same things. They weren't attacked by gang members or strangers. They say they were attacked by people they knew personally. Their own neighbors, family members, co-workers. One woman came in saying her husband of 20 years just suddenly stood up from the dinner table and lunged at her throat.
That's very unsettling. Have you contacted the police? I mean, this sounds like maybe there's something in the water supply, or perhaps a bad batch of drugs making people violent.
We called them hours ago. They said all units were already tied up, but Marcus, that's not even the worst part. That's not why I'm calling. We had a patient die on the table about an hour ago. Massive blood loss, massive bite wounds. Multiple bite wounds. He coded. Dr. Hirsch worked on him for maybe 10 minutes before calling time of death. I checked his pulse myself, nothing. EKG flatline.
I'm sorry to hear that, but in emergency medicine...
He woke up. Marcus. 4 minutes after we called time of death. That patient sat up on the table. His eyes were completely white. His skin was cold. And he bit Dr. Hirsch. It took 3 orderlies to restrain him. I know what death looks like, Marcus. That man was dead. I have to go. Please, tell people something's wrong out there. Tell them to stay home.
That was Cheryl from Raccoon General Hospital. Dead people waking up. The human body can do strange things under extreme stress, adrenaline, shock, medical explanations, but Cheryl, stay safe out there. Okay, next caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Marcus. This is cool. I'm such a big fan of the show, man. I listen to you like every night.
Well, I appreciate that. Now, what's your name and what are you doing out at 2 in the morning?
Tyler Kovacs. I work for Gino's Pizza Palace on Franklin Street, and I've been doing the night shift for about a year now. Usually it's pretty good, drunk people tip well,
Late night pizza delivery. Truly an essential service. How's business tonight, Tyler?
Dude, it's been absolutely the weirdest night of my entire life. and I've had some weird nights, yeah. You remember last year, Marcus, when I think it was in the news and someone ordered 50 pizzas to Mayor Warren's house as a prank?
I do remember that story. That made the local news, yes. That was you delivering to them?
Yeah, that was me. Had to make like 6 trips. Mayor actually gave me a $20 tip at the end, which was cool. But tonight makes that look normal, man.
All right, you've got my attention, Tyler. What is going on out there?
So, I've made like 7 deliveries tonight. Okay, 7 different addresses across the city, and not a single one has gone normally, not even close. First address was this apartment on Fishing Street, 3rd floor. Guy orders a large pepperoni with extra cheese. Nothing unusual. I show up, knock on his door, ring the bell, no answer.
Okay, maybe he fell asleep waiting for his food.
That's what I figured, but I could hear someone inside or something. This kind of weird moaning sound coming from behind the door, like really low and constant or something, kind of like someone in pain, but not quite. It was just off. You know what I'm saying? I called out a few times. I was like, hey, pizza delivery, hello. But the moaning just continued. So I left the pizza and got out.
Yeah, probably the right call. What about the second delivery, Tyler?
Second address was worse, man. House in the suburbs. Nice neighborhood, white picket fence, perfectly manicured lawn, kids' toys in the yard. A woman calls in ordering 2 large pizzas, and I drive out there, walk up to her door, ring the doorbell. She opens the door almost immediately.
And what happened then, Tyler?
I'm sorry, man. She was covered in blood, Marcus. I mean, head to toe. Like her face, her clothes, her hands, everything was just soaked. It was like still wet, still dripping. She just stared at me like this blank expression for maybe 5-6 seconds. And suddenly she lunged forward and tried to grab me, and I dropped both my pizzas and sprinted back to my car.
Tyler, I'm going to ask you something, and don't take this the wrong way, but what did you smoke tonight before your shift?
Nothing, man. Marcus, I swear to God, I smoke now and again. I'm completely sober. My manager does random drug tests. I'd lose my job, but that outside of shifts, yeah, I do a little bit, but that not during the job, man. That woman was covered in blood, and she tried to attack me, man.
Okay, maybe it was a Halloween costume. I mean, fancy dress party, something like that.
At 1 a.m. while ordering pizza. And Marcus, the way she moved was not normal. It was like jerky, unnatural, and her eyes looked empty. Like nobody was home.
Okay, what about your other deliveries?
Third address, yeah. Bloody handprints all over the door.
4th address, no answer. Weird sounds inside. 5th address, all the lights were on, but nobody came to the door. 6th and 7th. Oh man, they were just the creepiest. 6th and 7th, people just standing in windows, staring out at the street, not moving at all, not blinking, just standing there, just watching. Just watching, Marcus.
That is genuinely disturbing. Now, Tyler, where are you now?
Sitting in my car at Gino's. My manager's been calling for 20 minutes, probably wants me to take some more deliveries. But I'm not going back out there, man. Something's seriously wrong. Something's seriously wrong.
You know what? Trust your gut. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Your job's not worth risking your safety. Stay in your car with the doors locked if that makes you feel better.
Yeah. Thanks, Marcus.
Well, that was quite distressing. My producer's just telling me to move on to the next call. Okay, who have I got on the line?
Marcus Webb. This is, Officer Mark Dwyer, Raccoon City Police Department.
Officer Dwyer, good to have an official voice on the show. Are you calling from the station?
No, sir. I'm off duty tonight. Calling from my home phone. I live about 4 blocks from the main precinct. And I've got my scanner on. Have for a while now. Can't really turn off the cop brain even when you're home, you know what I mean?
Well, I can't imagine. Now, what made you call tonight, officer?
Marcus, I've been listening to your show for the last 20 minutes while monitoring my scanner. And I need to tell you something. Those callers you just had, the nurse and the pizza driver, they're not exaggerating. Something is absolutely happening in this city tonight.
Well, okay. Officer, you have my complete attention. Now, what have you been hearing out there?
Marcus, I've been a cop for 15 years. I know what normal looks like for this city. Normal Saturday night, our dispatch receives maybe 20, 30 calls total. Noise complaints, drunk and disorderlies, maybe a bar fight, couple of minor traffic accidents, standard urban police work.
Right, yeah. That makes sense.
Marcus, in the last 3 hours alone tonight, dispatch has received over 200 emergency calls. 200. And these aren't typical Saturday night disturbance calls. These are violent, serious incidents.
I see, officer. And what kind of What kind of incidents are we talking about here?
Multiple violent assaults being reported across every single district simultaneously. Home invasions where perpetrators won't leave even when police arrive. Reports of people attacking each other in the streets, in their homes and businesses. And Marcus, this is the hard part. It's at least a dozen separate callers reporting cannibalism.
I'm, Officer Dwyer, did you just say cannibalism?
Yes, I did. Multiple callers reporting they're witnessing people attacking victims and consuming their flesh. Now, dispatch initially treated these as prank calls, mass hysteria. You know how that works. One person reports something crazy and suddenly everyone's calling in. But Marcus, these calls are coming from completely different neighborhoods, different times, different types of callers, teachers, business owners, other off-duty cops. These are credible people.
All units, officer needs assistance. Grove Street Pharmacy, shots fired.
You hear that? That's the third officer needs assistance call from that exact location. They sent 2 units there about an hour ago for a disturbance. Those officers called for immediate backup, repeated shots fired, and then nothing. The radios went silent. Dispatch has been trying to raise them ever since.
Jesus, this could be... I'm no cop, but do you think this could be terrorism? Coordinated gang activity?
Well, I've been trying to figure that out. I keep thinking about that incident at the chemical plant last month. Small leak. They said, it was contained, no danger to the public. But what if they were wrong, Marcus? What if something leaked into the water supply?
That's terrifying. Have you checked the water department?
They ran emergency tests this afternoon. After the 911 call started spiking. Everything came back normal. Non-contaminants, no toxins, but something is in the air tonight. That instinct you develop after 15 years when something's fundamentally wrong. I've got that feeling right now.
Mark, please don't go in early. Please.
Sorry, that's my wife. She's begging me not to report in. And honestly, I'm thinking about listening to her. That's how bad my gut feeling is.
Well, officer, I think that's wise. If they really need you, they'll put out an official recall. Stay with your family.
Yeah. Just, tell people to lock their doors tonight. Whatever this is, it's spreading fast.
Well, that was Officer Mark confirming, over 200 emergency calls tonight, reports of cannibalism, officers going silent. We've got a nurse reporting unusual behavior at a hospital, a delivery driver seeing violence, and now a cop confirming a major crisis. I think we need a brief break. This is Marcus Webb on RCN 94.7, and we'll be right back after this.
Are you feeling under the weather this season? Umbrella Pharmaceuticals' new rapid response treatment formula is now available at all Raccoon City pharmacies. Our cutting-edge formula, developed right here in Raccoon City by our team of world-class researchers, provides fast, effective relief when you need it most. For over 30 years, Umbrella Corporation has been at the forefront of medical innovation, preserving the health of our community and advancing the future of medicine. Umbrella Corporation, a proud partner of Raccoon City since 1968.
Well, that was certainly timely, very timely, folks. If you're feeling sick tonight, I would advise you to maybe stay home. Lock your doors. It's 2:42 a.m. and let me tell you, the phones are lit up. Kelly, the producer, says half the callers are screaming or crying, and I don't know what's happening. But I guess the show must go on. Let's keep taking your calls. Next caller, you're live on the air.
Hello? Marcus Webb. My name is Dr. Reyes.
Good morning, Doctor. What can I do for you?
I'm the head of emergency medicine at Raccoon General Hospital. I've held this position for 8 years, and I've been practicing medicine for 26 total. One of my nurses called you earlier, Cheryl. I believe you dismissed what she told you. You suggested she was misinterpreting what she saw.
Doctor, I didn't mean to dismiss her concerns.
No, please, let me finish. I need you to understand something very clearly. I graduated from Johns Hopkins School of Medicine in 1972. I've worked in combat field hospitals, natural disasters, mass casualty events. I was part of the medical response during the '89 earthquake in San Francisco. I have personally pronounced death over 400 patients in my career. I know what death looks like. I know the exact difference between a living patient and a deceased one. Do you understand?
Yes, Doctor. I understand. I'm listening.
Approximately 90 minutes ago, we had a 34-year-old male patient brought in by my ambulance. Multiple severe bite wounds on his arm, legs and torso, massive blood loss. He coded in the ambulance. They got him back with the defibrillator. He coded again when we got him on our table. We followed every protocol. Cardiac massage, defibrillation at 200 joules, then 300, then 360. We tried everything for 11 minutes. Nothing worked. His heart would not restart. His EKG showed complete flatline. No electrical activity whatsoever. I personally checked his pulse, radial pulse, nothing. Pupils fixed, dilated at 6 millimeters. No response to light. No corneal reflex, no gag reflex. All clinical signs of death. I personally called time of death at 1:42 a.m. We covered the body with a sheet.
And then what happened?
4 minutes later, that patient sat up, tore the sheet off, His eyes had changed. Pupils completely clouded over with white. He grabbed my arm. Strongest grip I've ever felt from a patient. Left deep bruises. I'm looking at right now. It took security and 3 orderlies to restrain him. He was biting, clawing, making sounds that weren't human. Just animal sounds.
Doctor, could there have been an error in diagnosis? The patient not have been clinically dead?
Mr. Webb, I've called death, time of death, over 400 times. I know the difference between shock and a corpse. That man had no pulse for 40 minutes. No respiration. No brain activity. Modern medicine is very clear about what constitutes death. That patient met every criterion. He was dead. And then, he was something else.
Something else? I'm sorry, Doctor. What do you mean by something else?
We have him in 4-point restraints in our secure ward. He's still moving. Still trying to attack anyone who approaches. But he's not conscious in any meaningful way. No response to verbal commands. No recognition of his wife when we brought her in. Just base aggressive behavior, trying to bite anyone within reach. And Marcus, they now have 14 patients showing the exact same progression. They come in with severe injuries, usually bites, they die. Minutes later, they reanimate. That's the only word for it. They come back. But they're not the same people. Not human anymore. Maybe more by now. I haven't been back to ER in 20 minutes. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to treat this. 26 years of medicine and I can't explain what's happening in my own emergency room.
Doctor, have you contacted the CDC, State Health? This sounds like an infectious outbreak.
We've tried everyone. CDC in Atlanta, no answer. Lines constantly busy. State Health, same thing. WHO liaison office, no response. It's like every hospital in the region is dealing with the same crisis and all emergency response systems are overwhelmed. We're on our own.
What do you need? What can we do? What can I do?
Tell people to stay away from Raccoon General Hospital. We're in full lockdown. Security has sealed all entrances except the ambulance bay. Tell people if someone bites them. I don't know what to tell them. I don't know how to treat this. I have to go. We have a situation developing. Please, just tell people to stay home. Lock their doors.
You heard the doctor. Head of emergency medicine. John Hopkins graduate, 26 years experience. He just confirmed, in medical terms, that the dead people are waking up at her hospital. That 14 patients have done this, that nobody at CDC is answering. My producer is telling me to take the next call. Okay. We'll go to the next call. Hello? Is anybody there?
Oh, God. Oh, God. Someone please help me.
Hey, it's, you're on the air. You're talking to me. My name's Marcus. Just take a breath and tell me what's happening. What's your name?
Teresa Grand. I'm in my apartment. Stoneville, 4th floor, Unit 4G. Please, I don't know what to do.
Okay, Teresa, I'm here with you. You're not alone. Just tell me what's going on. What's got you upset?
I woke up an hour ago. Maybe 1:30. There was screaming in the hallway. Really loud screaming, multiple people. I thought maybe there was a fire or something, and so I got up. And I went to look through the peephole to see if I should excavate or evacuate, sorry.
Just try to breathe. That's smart thinking, Teresa. Now, what else did you see?
My neighbors. My neighbors from 4D. She was on the ground in the hallway. And Mr. Rodriguez from 4B, he was on top of her. And there was so much blood everywhere. All over the carpet, the walls. I thought it was maybe a domestic thing, an attack, and so I ran to phone the 911.
Okay. And, were you able to get through?
It was just a busy signal. I've been trying for 40 minutes. Just busy signals where it rings forever with no answer. What kind of emergency service doesn't answer? And now they're all outside my door. They're trying to get in.
Who's outside your door, Teresa? Talk to me.
I don't know anymore. At first it was Mr. Rodriguez. After I saw him attack my neighbor, I locked my door. I put the chain on. I kept watching through the peephole, but his face looked all wrong, Marcus. His skin was gray, and his eyes were clouded over. And he just kept pounding on my door. And then Mrs. Chen, the neighbor, the woman I saw him kill, she got up. She's in the hallway too. And there are more now. I can hear at least 6 or 7 voices. The Johnsons from 4C. I saw them die earlier, too. They're out there. They're all just pounding on the doors. They're making these horrible sounds.
Okay, Teresa. Just stay calm. I'm here. Have you barricaded the door?
Yes, I've pushed it, my couch against it and my bookshelf and boxes. But the door's starting to crack. I can see it splitting. Oh, God.
Teresa? Okay. Is there a fire escape outside your window?
Yes, I think there might be.
Okay, listen carefully. Go to that window right now. Grab your phone and keys. Get on the fire escape and climb down. Don't stop, don't move back. Move now, Teresa.
Okay, I'm quite old, but I'll try. I'm going to the bedroom. Got my phone, got my keys. Oh, there's a jacket here. Okay. I'm at the window now. Oh my God, there are people on the street, Marcus, wandering around.
Okay, well, just don't worry about them now. Open that window. Get on that fire escape. You can do this.
But I'm scared, Marcus.
I know that you're scared. That's completely normal, but you're smart and you're capable. You figured out how to call for help. Now, you can do this. Open the window.
Okay, I'm opening it. I'm going out. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you. The door. Oh God, they're in. Get off me. Ah! Oh, my God.
Teresa? I think we've lost Teresa. I'm not sure if we should continue, but, okay, my producers inform me we're phoning the police now, so don't worry out there. I'm sure Teresa is gonna be fine. Okay, let's take another call. Who's on the line?
Hello? Is that Marcus? I've been on hold for about 45 minutes. Wasn't sure if I should hang up or wait or... So, my name is James Hartley.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you waited, James. Where are you calling from?
So my home is in the eastern suburbs, about 15 minutes outside downtown. I'm a retired forest ranger. Worked in our clay mountains for 23 years before my knees gave out about 5 years ago now.
A forest ranger, huh? That's honest, good work. What made you call tonight?
Well, my, son and I went hiking yesterday afternoon. Saturday around 2 p.m. We take the Raccoon Forest Trail about once a month. Good exercise, nice views. I like staying connected to the outdoors, even though I'm retired now. And we usually do the trail that goes up, the old Spencer Estate area.
I've heard it's a beautiful place up there.
Yeah. Well, it usually is. Usually peaceful. Lots of wildlife, but yesterday was different. About 3 miles in, we found a clearing with dead animals everywhere. Had to be 30, maybe 40 deer, rabbits, crows, raccoons, all dead, torn apart.
They were torn apart? By predators?
That's, what I thought initially. I've seen plenty of predator kills in my career. Mountain lions, bears, wolf packs. This wasn't that. These weren't clean kills. This was savage, frenzied. And some of the corpses looked days old based on decomposition, but they were still moving.
Moving? What? I'm sorry. I thought they were dead. What do you mean they were moving?
They were twitching, jerking, like something inside them was still alive, trying to make the bodies stand up. I watched a deer corpse try to get its legs under it for 30 seconds. My son saw a rabbit with its back half missing trying to hop, and most unnatural thing I've ever seen in 23 years.
Jesus. What else did you see, James?
I saw deep claw marks in the tree trunks. Bark torn away in long vertical strips. Some marks 8-9 feet up. And near an old drainage pipe, looked like industrial runoff from somewhere up the mountain. There was this substance, ropey, thick, bile-colored, smelled like rot, and chemicals mixed, made my eyes water. I've never seen anything like it in nature.
Did you report this by any chance?
Called the Forest Service yesterday at 5 p.m. They said they'd investigate Monday. That's not why I'm calling. It's my son.
What happened to your son?
Michael, he's 17. While we were up there, he wanted to explore off this path. told him to stay close. But you know, teenagers. He was gone maybe 2-3 minutes. Came back with a scratch on his arm. Said a wild dog jumped out, caught him before running off. We cleaned the wound, bandaged it. Figured we'd get a tetanus shot Monday.
What happened after you got home, James?
He started running a fever around midnight. My wife checked 104 degrees. Gave him medicine, tried to cool him down, but fever kept climbing and his behavior started changing, agitated, aggressive. Kept trying to get out of the bed. Around 1:30 this morning, my wife went to check on him. He grabbed her arm and bit her. Bit his own mother hard enough to break her skin. Sarah, get back. Don't go near the door. Yeah, sorry. I was being my wife. We had to lock him in his bedroom. Our own son. Sarah, get back.
Okay, James, I don't know what to tell you. I would say get him to a hospital immediately.
Have you been listening to your own show? That nurse called in, that doctor called in. They said Raccoon General is full of those things. You want me to drive my infected son there?
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe 911, maybe they have something set up, get paramedics.
They're not coming. No one answers. The police aren't responding. We're on our own.
James, he's out. He's out, James.
Michael, no, get back in your... Sarah, run. Get to the... Oh, God. Please, it's your father.
James? Are you there? Well, okay, it, maybe started in the mountains, where the runoff comes from. This is connected. Okay, now, it's 3:18 a.m. and I can hear military helicopters outside by that sound. And my producer is telling me, what is it, Kelly?
We've lost external phone lines. It looks like we're only getting local calls now. And the internet's down, too.
It sounds like we're being jammed. Someone's cut communications. If you're listening, stay inside. Lock your doors and windows. If someone attacks you, don't reason with them. Get out of the way as soon as you can. Can we take the next call? Okay.
Marcus? This is the corner store on Flower Street.
I know your store. You make great sandwiches. What's happening?
Thank you, yes, but tonight no sandwiches. My store is full of people. Maybe 15 taking shelter. We put shelves in front doors, stack boxes, but outside there are 50 people trying to get in, maybe more.
Have you Have you called the police?
No answers. No answers, Marcus. These people outside. They're my neighbors, Mrs. Patterson. I watched her die 2 hours ago. Hit by car. She's at my window now. Her head is smashed, but she's moving. We have one man who was bitten, getting sick. He's getting aggressive. So others want to throw him outside.
Try to keep him isolated. You're safer together. I'm sure someone's gonna come.
You don't believe that, Marcus? You don't believe that? I can hear it in your voice. I listen every night. I know you inside out. Oh my God. The window, they're inside. Everybody get to the back.
Okay. Let's see if we can get the next caller here. Hello? You're on the air.
This is Officer Marvin Branham, calling from the main hall of the Raccoon City Police Department. Can you hear me, Mr. Webb?
Officer Branna? Yes, what's the situation?
The situation is that the Raccoon City Police Department has fallen. Okay? Most of the station is overrun. We had maybe 4 or 5 survivors barricaded in the office on the 2nd floor. Everyone else is dead or turned.
I'm sorry, turned? Officer, can you be specific?
Exactly what you think. Now look, I've been listening to your show for the last hour. Callers are right. All of them. This is some sort of viral outbreak. Spreads through bites, scratches, contact with bodily fluids. Infected individuals die within hours, sometimes minutes. Then the body reanimates. Gets back up. But it's not the same person anymore. Just this thing. This aggressive thing that attacks any living human.
Can I ask how do you know this information?
Because, I watched it happen to a rookie officer. Elliot Edward. Fresh out of the academy. Maybe 6 months on the force. We were responding to a domestic disturbance around midnight. Got there. Husband had killed his wife. We, tried to subdue him, but he got attacked. He attacked Elliot. Bit him on the forearm. Latched onto him like a rabid dog. We got him off. Bandaged Elliot's wound. It seemed minor at first. 30 minutes later, Elliot started feeling dizzy. The fever spiked. 105 degrees within 20 minutes, then aggressive. Confused. Didn't recognize me. An hour after the bite, he collapsed in the briefing room. Heart stopped. We did CPR for 5 minutes. He was gone.
And what happened then?
Then he stood up, eyes all clouded over. We went after Officer Mitchell. Grabbed him. Bit him on the neck. Took 6 of us to subdue him. We locked him in a cell. Mitchell died 2 hours later. Mitchell got up. It spread through the entire station. Officer to officer. In 3 hours. Most of the precinct was gone.
Where do you think this is all coming from?
Umbrella Corporation. We've had STAR survivors, Alpha Team members who investigated the Spencer Mansion in July, trying to warn us for months. They found evidence of illegal bioweapons research, human experimentation. They tried to report it, but nobody in city government wanted to listen. Too much money involved. The mayor's office killed every investigation. And now look where we are.
What about evacuation? Military support?
There were protocols, Marcus. Military established a quarantine perimeter at 1:30. Total lockdown. Concrete barriers, armed soldiers, razor wire. No one in, no one out.
And they'll evacuate civilians?
Yeah, they tried. It failed. Too many infected, too many panicking people. Evacuation vehicles were overrun. After that, military pulled back to the perimeter and sealed us in. They're not coming into this city. They're just making sure nothing gets out.
You mean they're not going to save us?
Correct. I've been monitoring military frequencies. This chatter, code words I don't recognize, but I've heard enough. Sterilization protocols, that's the phrase they keep using. I don't know if it's confirmed, but Marcus, I think they're talking about burning this entire city off the map. Oh, damn. They breached the east barricade. Fall back to the second floor. Marcus, I'm out of time. Tell your listeners, if they can get to the outskirts before dawn, there might be gaps in the perimeter. Maintenance tunnels, storm drains, forest paths. If they can't escape, find somewhere secure. Gather supplies and understand anyone bit is infected. There's no cure. Just keep them away from others.
How do we kill them?
Destroy the brain. Total head trauma, only way. Shots to the chest won't stop them. They're already dead. You have to destroy the brain. They're at the doors without our time. Tell them we tried. Men and women of the Raccoon Police Department, we tried. And if anyone survives, tell them. Tell them what Umbrella did.
Officer Marvin Brenna. He just said Umbrella did this. He said the military has sealed us in. He said they're talking about sterilization protocols, burning the city. Is that right, Kelly?
Marcus, lock your door. They're in the studio. Oh my god.
This is Marcus Webb. Oh. They're at my door. To anyone who hears this, Umbrella created a virus that reanimates the dead. The government sealed us in, shot civilians escaping when 100,000 people lived here. Good people. Umbrella murdered us. Raccoon City was a good place. Parks, schools, neighbors, all who knew each other. We had futures. They took everything. This is Marcus Webb, signing off. Good night, Raccoon City. Good night.
You're listening to RCN 94.7 FM, the voice of Raccoon City, broadcasting from our studios on Annerdale Street. The time is 2 a.m.
Good morning, Raccoon City. If you're still alive to hear this, then we have something in common. My name's Marcus Webb, and somehow, against all odds, I'm still breathing, still broadcasting, still here. It's been around 12 hours since I signed off. 6 hours since they tried to break through my door. It's been around 12 hours since I signed off. 12 hours since they broke through the door. 12 hours since my producer Kelly passed right outside this booth. I'll hear her screams for the rest of my life. However long that turns out to be. For those wondering how I'm still alive, and believe me, I've been asking myself the same question. Here's what happened. They broke through the studio door, and I did the only thing I could think of. I went up. There's a ventilation shaft above the broadcast booth that leads to the roof. Maintenance access. Well, I've walked past it 1,000 times and never really paid attention to it. It saved my life. I spent 2 hours on that roof. At least 2 hours in the cold, watching the city burn below. Fires everywhere. Downtown is completely engulfed. You can see the smoke from miles away. Financial district, the shopping center, residential areas, all burning. And the sounds, God, the sounds. Screaming, gunfire, helicopters, and that groaning, thousands of them. Just this constant low moan rising up from every street. There are military helicopters, Black Hawks, flying above us. I've seen at least, I don't know, 30 in the last hour circling the perimeter. They're not evacuating anyone. They're not dropping supplies. They're just watching, making sure nothing gets out. At dawn, I heard loudspeakers, military loudspeakers positioned around the city's edge, playing the same message on a loop. Let me play this for you.
Attention, Raccoon City residents. A quarantine perimeter has been established. Any attempts to breach this perimeter will be met with lethal force. Martial law is in effect. Remain in your homes. Final sterilization protocols will be initiated in approximately 48 hours. not a drill. Remain in your homes.
Sterilization protocols. They keep saying that. I don't know exactly what it means, but I can guess. They're going to destroy this city. Completely. Maybe bombs, maybe fire, maybe something worse. Thousands of people live here. The government has decided we're all acceptable losses. Anyway, after hours on the roof, I managed to get back inside through a different entrance. It was a second floor window that opens onto the fire escape. And the things that killed my producer Kelly are still in the building, and I can hear them wandering the hallways. They haven't figured out the booth yet. I've barricaded every entrance, pushed the equipment racks against the doors, stacked the boxes, used every piece of furniture I could move. This booth is maybe 12 feet by 12 feet, and now it's my entire world. I don't even know if anyone's really listening. I've got supplies, emergency kit we keep for natural disasters. Tornadoes, floods, that sort of thing. Never thought I'd be using it for the end of the world. 3 gallons of water, maybe 2 days worth if I ration carefully. Canned food, energy bars, first aid kit, a .34 revolver that I think belonged to our station manager, Dale. 6 bullets. I found it in his desk drawer when I came back inside. Dale's gone now. I saw him in the hallway. He was, he was one of them. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with 6 bullets. I suppose it comes down to it, I only need 1. But I'm not there yet. I'm not ready to give up. Not while I can still broadcast. Not while there might be someone out there listening who needs to know they're not alone. I'm running on generator power. We've got maybe 12 hours of fuel left, probably less. And after that, we'll go dark. No power, no broadcast, no voice, just silence. So, I'm going to use every minute I have left. I'm going to keep these phone lines open. I'm going to tell the truth about what happened here. About what the Umbrella Corporation did. About how our own government sealed us in to die. The phone lines are still working. Local only, they've cut our external connections. But people are calling. People who are trapped, hiding, dying. People who need to talk to someone in their final hours. People who want their stories told before it's too late. The weather, for anyone who cares, is overcast and warm. The fog from the mountains is still heavy over the city. You can barely see 100 feet. Perfect conditions for the dead to hunt the living, I suppose. My name is Marcus Webb. This is RCN 94.7 FM, and we're still on the air. Our lines are open. If you're out there, if you're listening, call me. Tell your story. First caller, you're on the air.
Hello? Can you hear me properly?
Yes, I can, loud and clear. Who am I speaking with?
My name is Dr. Klaus Eisenberg. I am a virologist. I worked for Umbrella Pharmaceutical Corporation for 17 years. And, well, I am calling because, I need to confess to what I have done.
You worked for Umbrella?
Yes, that's right. Until very recently. And Marcus, I know what caused this outbreak. I know where it came from. Because, well, I helped create it.
Wait, you're saying you helped create whatever's turning people into these things?
Yes. I was part of the research team. Not the lead scientists, you understand? But I was there. I contributed. I knew what we were doing, and I did it anyway.
What exactly were you doing?
We were developing a biological weapon. A virus that could reanimate dead tissue. The goal, you see, was to create soldiers that felt no pain, no fear, no hesitation. Perfect weapons. The company called it the Tyrant Virus. The T-Virus.
Hold on. Umbrella deliberately created this? This wasn't an accident?
No accident. This was engineered, designed. Every aspect was carefully calibrated. How it spreads, how quickly it kills, how the subjects behave after reanimation. All intentional.
Jesus Christ. Jesus. Why would anyone create something like this?
Money, power, military contracts worth billions. Umbrella positioned itself as a pharmaceutical company, but its real business has always been bioweapons. We supplied governments, militaries, intelligence agencies. The T-Virus was supposed to be our masterpiece.
Where were you developing this? Where was this research happening?
The primary facility was the Spencer Mansion in the Arklay Mountains. You may have heard of the incident there in July, I think, when your city's special tactics team investigated. What the public was told about, that was a lie. It was not a training accident. The mansion was overrun by test subjects. Humans and animals infected with various iterations of the virus.
Stars STARS team, they try to tell people about this. They said they found biological experiments.
And they were dismissed, ridiculed. Your mayor and your police chief, both paid by Umbrella, they made certain those brave people were silenced, made to look like traumatized officers creating fantasies, when in truth, they were the only ones willing to speak honestly about what they witnessed.
Okay, but the mansion was destroyed in July. That was months ago. How did the virus get into the city?
That is more complicated. After the mansion was lost, Umbrella had a secondary research facility underground, beneath the city itself, accessed through the sewer system. Dr. William Birkin ran the operation. He was developing something called the G virus, but the facility also stored samples of the T virus.
There's a lab under Raccoon City?
Yes. And Birkin was brilliant, but careless. Samples were not properly disposed of. Contaminated materials were flushed into the city sewers instead of being incinerated. For months, Marcus. Months of contaminated waste entering your sewer system.
The rats? People were complaining about rats in the sewers for weeks.
The rats were feeding on contaminated material. They became carriers. Infected vectors spreading through every tunnel, every pipe, every drainage system in Raccoon City. Eventually they made their way into basements, into homes, into the water supply. By the time your first human infections appeared.
Wait. When did the first infections happen? Because this outbreak started Saturday night, right? That's when my show went crazy with calls.
The first confirmed cases appeared over a week ago, September 20th.
What?
A homeless man near the industrial district. 2 workers at the water treatment plant. A family whose basement flooded. All bitten by rats. All developed symptoms within 24 hours. All died and reanimated. But these cases were quietly disappeared by Umbrella's security forces.
They covered it up for a week?
Umbrella is a corporation, Marcus. Its first concern is protecting itself. An outbreak of this magnitude would destroy the company. Billions in lawsuits and criminal charges. So they tried to contain it quietly. Sent in private security teams. Eliminated infected individuals. Silenced families with money or threats.
But it spread anyway.
Of course it spread. The virus spreads exponentially. 1 infected becomes 2. 2 become 4. 4 become 8. Within days there were hundreds of infected individuals scattered across the city. Within a week, thousands. By Saturday night, when it became impossible to hide Umbrella, they had already lost control completely.
And now the military has sealed us in. They're not evacuating anyone.
Yes. Umbrella has contracts with the Defense Department, classified agreements. So when the company informed military leadership that the bioweapon had been released in an American city, the response was immediate. Quarantine, containment, and if those fail, which they have, complete destruction of the infected area.
Sterilization protocols. What does that actually mean?
I do not know the exact details. I am just a scientist, not a military strategist. But I have heard the term used before in contingency planning. Umbrella has protocols for containment breaches, complete eradication of the contaminated zone, fire, explosives, perhaps worse. Everything burned to prevent the virus from spreading beyond the quarantine perimeter.
When?
The loudspeakers. The loudspeakers said 48 hours. Yes. If the situation deteriorates further, if the infected break through the perimeter, the timeline could accelerate. They will not risk the virus escaping into the broader population.
There are 100,000 people in this city.
I know. And I am one of the people who killed them. My research, my work, my complicity in Umbrella's crimes. I have murdered 100,000 people.
Dr. Eisenberg, why are you telling me this? Why confess now?
Because someone must know the truth. Because I cannot die with this guilt unspoken. Because maybe if I tell you everything, someone outside this city will eventually hear, and Umbrella can be held accountable.
What do you mean, someone outside the city?
Your broadcast. It's local only, yes? Your external lines are cut. But radio waves travel, Marcus. Perhaps someone is listening on the edge of the quarantine zone. Perhaps someone is recording your transmissions. Perhaps the truth survives, even if we do not.
Okay, then tell me everything. Where's the evidence? How do we prove what Umbrella did?
There is a facility beneath Raccoon General Hospital. I mentioned the underground lab. It extends beneath several buildings. The hospital has access through the basement level. The morgue specifically. Now, there is a hidden elevator behind the north wall.
How hidden are we talking? I can't exactly go exploring right now.
The wall appears solid, but there is a concealed panel. You would need to know where to look. But inside that facility, there are computers, research terminals, complete records of the T-virus development, personnel files, emails between Umbrella executives and government officials. Everything.
Is it password protected?
Yes.
But what?
But the system was already compromised before the outbreak. Some of the STAR survivors, they had contacts, people who were trying to investigate Umbrella. The security was breached months ago. The password is already known to certain parties outside the company.
So if someone gets to those computers,
they would have access to everything. Decades of research, proof of illegal experimentation, human trials, the whole conspiracy.
What about you? Where are you right now?
My home. I live on Redwood Lane in the northern suburbs. A nice house. I think 3 bedrooms. My wife and I raised 2 daughters here. The American dream, yes.
Where's your wife?
She's dead. Killed last night by our neighbor. She was always compassionate, always helping others. The neighbor, he came to our door asking for help. She opened it. He attacked her. I watched her die.
God, I'm sorry.
I locked her body in the bedroom. I knew what would happen. I could not bear to see her transform. But several hours later, I heard her moving in there, scratching at the door, making those sounds. That is not my wife anymore, Marcus. That thing making those noises is not my Elizabeth.
What was that?
The infected have broken into my home. I can hear them in the hallway. I knew they would come eventually. I have been waiting.
Can you get out? Is there a back exit?
I am 73 years old, with arthritis in both knees. Where would I run? And more importantly, why should I? I had created this nightmare. 100,000 people will die because of my work. Why should I survive when they do not?
Everyone deserves a chance.
No, not everyone. I made choices, Marcus. I accepted money to develop weapons. I told myself it was for national defense, for scientific advancement. But I knew. Deep down, I always knew we were creating something evil. And I did it anyway. They are breaking through now. I should finish what I came to say. My daughters are in Berlin, studying at university. They are safe. I spoke to them this morning before the international lines were cut. I told them I loved them. I did not tell them what I had done.
Dr. Eisenberg.
Marcus, please. Tell anyone who listens to look for the facility beneath the hospital. Tell them to search the computers. Tell them Umbrella cannot be allowed to survive this. The company must be destroyed, its executives prosecuted, its research banned forever. Promise me.
I promise. I'll tell them.
Thank you. You are doing important work, staying on the air, giving people a voice in their final hours. That matters. I am ready. Elisabeth. I am coming, mein Schatz.
Dr. Klaus Eisenberg. 17 years with Umbrella Corporation. Helped create the virus that destroyed our city. And maybe the bravest man I've spoken to. He owned what he did. Didn't make excuses, just told the truth and accepted the consequences. The facility beneath Raccoon General Hospital had an elevator in the basement morgue. If anyone survives to hear this, That's where you'll find the evidence. That's where you'll find proof of what Umbrella did. Next caller, you're on the air.
Yeah. Marcus? Are you there?
I'm here. Who's this?
My name's Ben. I'm a reporter with the Raccoon Times. I've been trying to get through for an hour. Your lines are jammed.
Ben, yeah, I know your byline. You write the investigative pieces? Where are you calling from?
Newspaper office on Worth Street. 3rd floor. I'm locked in the archives room. There's maybe a dozen of those things wandering the building. They got most of the weekend staff last night. I've been hiding in here since around 2 a.m.
You're at the Times building? That's downtown. That whole area's on fire.
Yeah, I know. I can see the smoke from my window. But, look, I'm not calling about that. I'm calling because I've been listening to your show, and that German scientist you just called, everything he said about Umbrella, I can back it up.
You've been investigating Umbrella?
For 8 months. Ever since those STARS cops came back from the Spencer mansion with their story about biological weapons. While every other journalist in this city was calling them crazy, I actually listened.
You believed them?
Of course I believed them. These weren't some crackpots. These were trained officers. Spotless records. I interviewed Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield, Barry Burton. I saw the photographs they took inside this mansion. Blurry, and you could see things, creatures, failed experiments, something that looked like a dog, but wrong, skinless.
Wait, you saw photographs? I never heard about photographs.
Yeah, because they were never published. I tried, Marcus. I wrote a massive investigative journalist piece. Like 15,000 words. Interviewed every STARS survivor who would talk to me, cross-referenced everything, found connections between Umbrella and city government going back decades. It should have been front page.
And what happened?
My editor, he killed the story. You know, he said it was unsubstantiated conspiracy theories. Said we couldn't risk damaging our relationship with the city's largest employer. Umbrella advertises with us every week. We're taking hundreds of thousands in ad revenue. Apparently that's more important than the truth.
So, what did you do?
What do you think? I kept investigating, just like in my own time. Started digging into Umbrella's connections with city officials, and Marcus, what I found... Oh, hold on. Hold on a sec. Okay, false alarm. It was just something in the hallway. Where was I?
You were saying you found connections between Umbrella and the city officials.
Right. Yeah. Right. And it's worse than I thought. See, this entire city government is compromised. I've got documentation, bank records, photographs, emails, all the evidence anyone would need to prosecute half the city leadership.
What kind of evidence?
Start with, Mayor Warren. Yeah, I've got records showing he's received over $300K in campaign contributions from Umbrella over the last 6 years. That's the legal money. But I also tracked offshore accounts. Monthly deposits of $5,000 going back 4 years. That's $240,000 in unreported income.
Hold on. How did you get access to offshore bank accounts? That's not exactly public information.
Marcus, I have sources, man. People inside the financial system who were concerned about what they were seeing. I can't name them, but the documents are legitimate.
Okay, what else?
Chief Irons, the police chief, even worse. I've tracked over $500,000 from Umbrella to Irons over the last 8 years. Some of it disguised as consulting fees for security services that were never actually provided. Some of it just straight cash.
And can you prove that?
I've got photographs. Irons meeting with Umbrella executives. One showing him accepting a briefcase in a parking garage. I was on a roof across the street with a telephoto lens. 4 days later, he shut down an investigation into Umbrella's waste disposal practices.
That's the sewer investigation. I remember hearing about that. Officers were tracking illegal dumping.
Exactly. They were following the source of the contamination, getting close to discovering Umbrella's underground lab. Irons killed the investigation. Reassigned the officers, buried all the evidence, and now we know why. He was being paid to protect Umbrella's operations. Oh man. I think they're getting closer, Marcus. I can hear them on this floor now.
How many are there?
I don't know, maybe 6, 8. It's hard to tell. They don't move like people anymore. They just kind of shuffle and wander, but when they hear noise, they get focused, aggressive.
Try and keep your voice down, Ben. Don't attract their attention.
Yeah, right. Anyway, it's not just Warren and Irons. I've got a whole list of compromised officials. Building inspectors who approved Umbrella's facilities despite code violations. Environmental officers who signed off on chemical disposal permits. City councilmen who fast-tracked zoning charges. All of them taking money. All of them.
How many are we talking about?
At least, 15 city officials. Probably more that I haven't found yet. Umbrella was, systematic about it. They identified everyone with regulatory authority over their operations and either bribed them or found ways to remove them from their positions.
What about star survivors? What happened to them after they tried to go public?
They were destroyed. Professionally ruined. Jill Valentine was placed on administrative leave, then forced to resign. Chris Redfield was transferred to a meaningless desk job until he quit. Barry Burton was threatened with investigation into his department budget and completely fabricated accusations.
So you're saying they were silenced?
Exactly, yeah. And it worked. By the time Umbrella was done with them, these decorated officers looked like unstable conspiracy theorists. Local news ran stories questioning their mental health. My own newspaper published editorials about PTSD induced paranoia. Umbrella's PR machine was incredibly effective. Shit. They're at the archive room door. Shit.
Are you locked in?
Yeah, the door's locked, but I've got filing cabinets pushed against it, but if they really start pushing...
Don't think about it. Focus on me. Focus on my voice. Tell me about your evidence. Where is it?
Right here with me. 8 boxes of documents, bank records, photographs, emails, witness statements, everything organized chronologically. This is my life's work, Marcus. 8 months of investigation, proof of everything. Everything Umbrella did.
And what were you planning on doing with it?
I was gonna go federal. FBI, Justice Department, congressional oversight committees. I had contacts in Washington who couldn't be bought off. I was supposed to make the trip next week, and now I'm trapped in a newspaper archive with the most important story of my career, and this city's about to be destroyed. All this evidence, all this work, and it's worthless.
Listen to me, Ben. It's not worthless. Can you protect those documents somehow?
Let me think. There's an archive vault in this room, fireproof safe, where we keep historical documents. I could seal the boxes in there if the building survives the sterilization. If anyone ever excavates this city, they might find it.
Okay, do it. Do it right now.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna open the vault now. It's a big safe. It should fit all 8 boxes. First box going in. Second box going in. Marcus, if anyone survives this, if anyone's listening who makes it out, they need to look for this vault.
Where exactly?
Raccoon Times building, Worth Street, 3rd floor. Archives room on the north side. The vault's a big gray safe. They can't miss it. The combination is 1834-7.
1834-7. Got it. Everything's in those boxes?
Everything. Box 1 is Mayor Warren, campaign contributions, offshore accounts, meeting records. Box 2 is Chief Irons, bribery evidence, photographs, financial transfers. Box 3 is other city officials. Box 4 is stars, testimony and photographs from the mansion. Box 5 is Umbrella corporate documents, internal memos, research records I managed to obtain. Box 6 is environmental violations, illegal dumping, contamination reports. Box 7 is witness statements from people who saw early infections and were silenced. Box 8 is my own notes and analysis, timeline of events, connections between players, the full conspiracy.
How much of this is going to survive a nuclear strike?
The vault's, I think the vault's rated for fire and impact. It's designed to protect historical documents from disasters. If the building doesn't completely collapse, if there's any structure left standing, the vault should survive. It's the best chance I've got. Oh God, they're really hitting the door now. I don't know how long these filing cabinets will last.
It's okay, just keep going. Get those boxes secured.
Okay, 6 box. 7th and 8th. Okay, that's all of them. All 8 boxes in the vault. I'm gonna seal it now. Okay, done. It's sealed. 1834-7, 3rd floor, north side. Someone needs to find this. Someone needs to read what I wrote and expose what Umbrella did.
They will. I promise you, Ben. Someone will find it.
I wanted to win a Pulitzer, you know? Win a Pulitzer Prize, that was my dream. Write the big investigative piece that changes everything. Instead, I'm gonna die right here in the newspaper archive. my greatest work is in a locked safe.
You did your job. You documented the truth. That's what matters.
They're breaking through. The filing cabinets are moving. I've got maybe a minute, maybe two. Is there anywhere else you can go, Ben? There's a storage closet in the back of the room. It's small, I could barricade myself in there. Buy some more time, but Marcus, what's the point? The city's on fire. The military's gonna sterilize everything in 2 days. I'm dead either way.
No, you don't know that, Ben.
Marcus, don't, please. We both know how this ends. I made my peace with it. I made my peace with it. There they go, Marcus. We're almost here. Thank you for staying on the air. Thank you for giving people like me a voice.
Ben, get to the closet. Buy yourself time.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay.
That was Ben, investigative journalist. He documented the truth. He exposed the conspiracy, and he died protecting his evidence. If anyone survives to hear this, you know where to look. That's where the proof is. Oh man, I think I just need a minute, just before we get the next caller online. Oh man. Okay. Next caller, you're on air.
Marcus? Hello? Marcus, this is David. I'm a third grade teacher at Raccoon Elementary School. And, I need to tell you something. I was bitten about 40 minutes ago.
David, where are you right now?
My apartment, Grayson Street, 2nd floor, Unit 2D. I managed to get home after it happened. Locked all the doors, barricaded them. I'm alone. Safe for now. But Marcus, I can already feel it. The infection, it's spreading through me.
Okay, just talk to me. What happened? How did you get bitten?
I was trying to help someone. There's a small, grocery store 2 blocks from here. The corner market. Mr. Kim runs it. I hadn't eaten since yesterday morning and I was so hungry. I thought if I was careful, if I moved fast, I could get some food and make it back safely.
What happened at the store?
Well, it was empty. Or I thought it was. The shelves were mostly bare. People had looted everything. But, I found some canned goods in the bag. A couple bottles of water. I was filling my bag when I heard something in the storage room.
One of the infected?
I didn't know it at the time. I just heard this sound. Kind of a low moan. I thought maybe it was Mr. Kim, maybe he was hurt, so I called out. Asked if anyone needed help. I'm a teacher, Marcus. My instinct is to help. I should have run.
You were trying to do the right thing.
Yes. The right thing got me killed. I pushed open the storage room door and it was Mr. Kim. Or what used to be Mr. Kim. His face was grey, eyes clouded over. Blood all down his shirt, and he just lunged at me. No hesitation, no recognition, just pure aggression.
Where did he bite you?
The left forearm, I believe. Caught me when I tried to dodge. His teeth went through my jacket, into my skin. The pain was... God, it was incredible. Like being branded with hot iron. I managed to shove him back and hit him with a can or something. And I ran and made it back here and locked myself in.
How bad is the wound?
Deep. I would say really deep. I can see the individual tooth marks. It's not bleeding much anymore, but the area around the bite is turning dark. Grey, and I can feel it spreading like cold creeping up my arm toward my shoulder.
Have you tried cleaning it, bandaging it?
I poured half a bottle of alcohol on it. Hurt like hell. I rubbed it in a gauze, but Marcus, I was listening to your show last night, and I heard what people were saying. This isn't something you can treat with first aid. There's no cure. Once you're bitten, you're infected. Once you're infected, you die. And once you die...
Yeah, I know.
I've accepted it. I know what's going to happen. I just wanted to talk to someone while I'm still me. While I still can.
And let's talk. Tell me about yourself. What were you doing before all this?
Teaching third grade. 28 students in my class. They were great kids, funny, smart, curious. I've been teaching for 11 years. It's all I ever wanted to do. My parents thought I was crazy. They wanted me to be a doctor or a lawyer or something that pays better, but I love teaching.
Do you have family?
Yes, my parents are back in England. I talked to them yesterday morning. Told them I was fine, not to worry. I lied. I was terrified, but I didn't want them to panic. I was supposed to get married next month, October 17th. Her name is Amy. She's a software engineer in Pittsburgh. We were doing long distance, seeing each other on the weekends. The wedding was supposed to be back in England, near my parents. It was a small ceremony, just family and close friends.
Where is Amy now?
She's in Pittsburgh, safe. I called her yesterday to a conference call with my parents. told them all I was fine. I told them that the government would evacuate us. Amy wanted to drive here to try to get me out. I made her promise not to. The quarantine was already in place and she would have been shot trying to reach me.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't imagine what she's going through.
Knowing I'm here, knowing what's happening and being completely powerless to help. That's worse than dying, I think. Being the one who survives. The fever's getting worse. My temperature must be through the roof. Now everything feels distant, like I'm experiencing the world through fog, and I'm having thoughts that aren't mine.
What kind of thoughts?
Aggressive thoughts. Violent thoughts. I keep looking at my door and thinking about what's outside. People, living people, and part of my brain, part that's growing louder, wants to hurt them. It's not me thinking these things, Marcus. It's the virus. It's changing how I think.
Fight it. Stay with me. Keep talking.
I'm trying, but it's hard. The fever's so high and my head feels like it's splitting, and there's this hunger I've never felt before. Not for food, for something else. Something living. I keep thinking about my students. I keep wondering how many are alive. I wonder if their parents got to them safely. Or if they're all dead, or worse, infected. Third graders, 8 and 9 years old, turned into these things. It's terrible.
Don't think about that. Think about the good times. Think about teaching them.
We were reading Charlotte's Web. Every day after lunch class, would read aloud. We were on chapter 12. Charlotte just spelled terrific in her web. The kids were so excited. They kept asking me what word she'd spell next. We'll never finish the book now.
David? Are you still with me? Talk to me.
The wound, it's turning black. I can see the black veins spreading from my shoulder down my chest, up my neck, my heart's racing too fast. Way too fast. I think it's going to stop soon.
Is there anything I can do? Anyone I can call?
Tell Amy I love her. Tell her I'm sorry about the wedding. To move on. To find someone else. Tell her.
I will. I promise.
And Marcus, I need you to do something else.
Anything. Tell me, David.
When I become one of those things, I won't be me anymore. I'll be violent, dangerous. My apartment's barricaded.
barricaded, but the locks aren't strong. If someone comes into this building, if someone searches for survivors, I could hurt them, kill them.
What are you asking me, David?
Tell people to avoid this building, Grayson Street apartment, 2nd floor, Unit 2D. There's an infected man inside. Don't open the door. Don't try to help. Just stay away. Stay away.
David, listen to me.
Promise me. Promise me you'll warn people.
I promise I'll warn them.
Thank you. Thank you for talking to me. For letting me be human one last time.
You're a good person, David. You're a good person.
It's happening now. I can feel my heart slowing. Everything is going dark.
That was David. 3rd grade teacher. He was a good person. Unit 2D, Grayson Street Apartments, don't open the door. Even at the end, even knowing what he'd become, he was trying to protect others. I can't, Oh man, I can't do this anymore. I keep having the same conversations, knowing exactly how they're gonna end. Three people, 3 calls, all of them gone. And for what? So I could broadcast their stories? So I could tell the truth? What good does the truth do when everyone's dead? I'm sorry, I shouldn't... You don't need to hear me fall apart, but I'm tired. I haven't slept. I've barely eaten. I'm running on adrenaline and terror and the desperate hope that maybe somehow this matters. That staying on air means something. My generator's making some strange noises. The helicopters are still circling above, still watching, making sure nothing escapes. I'm pretty sure they're listening into this. You know what? The Umbrella Company will get away with this. They'll spin it as some terrible accident. Industrial disaster, government will classify the details, survivors will get paid to stay quiet. In 5 years, 10 years, Umbrella will still exist. Still making drugs, still conducting research, still killing people for profit. Unless someone finds the evidence. Unless someone reads what Ben wrote, unless someone accesses those computers beneath the hospital. Unless the truth survives, even if we don't. If anyone's listening outside the quarantine zone, anyone, you know where to look. Don't let them away with this, please. I think they're getting closer to my door. I can hear them out there. More of them than before. I don't know how long I'm gonna last in here. I've still got these 6 bullets, but I'm not ready to give up yet. This is Marcus Webb. I'm a radio DJ from Raccoon City. I play jazz and I talk to people in the middle of the night. That's all I am. You know what? Here's some music out there for whoever's still out there. This is Marcus Webb, signing off. Kelly, if you can hear me somewhere, I'm sorry. So sorry I couldn't save you. Good night.
You're listening to RCN 94.7 FM, the voice of Raccoon City, broadcasting from our studios on Annerdale Street. The time is 2 a.m.
Where's this mic? I'm back. For anyone listening, God, I hope someone's still listening. This is Marcus Webb, still broadcasting, still breathing. For now. I've been off air for a little while. After those last calls, Klaus and David, I couldn't keep going. I couldn't keep listening to people dying on air. So I turned off the microphone. And I sat here in the dark. And I rationed what was left of my generator fuel. I don't know how much power I've got left. Maybe 3-4 hours if I'm lucky. After that, RCN goes dark. Permanently. No more broadcasts. No more voice. They're still out there in the hallway. I think you know who I'm talking about. More of them than yesterday. I can hear them bumping against the walls, scratching doors. They haven't found me yet. Haven't figured out how to get through the barricades, but they're patient. They don't get tired. They don't give up. The military helicopters are still circling, still watching. Loudspeakers on the perimeter are still playing that same message about sterilization protocols. I don't know how much time we have left. Nobody does. Nobody really knows what's happening. It could be tomorrow. It could be an hour from now. I thought about not coming back on air. What's the point? Everyone who just calls ends up dead. Every story I hear ends the same way. But then I thought about people out there who might still be listening, my own sanity. People hiding in their apartments, their basements. People who haven't heard another human voice in hours. So here I am. I have the lines open. Now, there has been only one caller who's been holding now for over 30 minutes. If someone's that determined to talk, I figure the least I can do is listen. Okay. Caller, you're on with Marcus Webb.
Hey, Marcus Webb. Can you hear me clearly enough?
I can hear you. Your voice is coming through distorted. It sounds like you're running it through something strange on your end.
I am. Military-grade voice modulator. I cannot be identified. If anyone finds out I make this call, I'll be court-martialed. Discharged, or worse.
Or worse?
Yeah. There are protocols for handling security breaches during operations like this. None of them are pleasant. People disappear. Records get erased. Families get told their son or daughter died in a training accident overseas. I've seen it happen.
All right. You've clearly thought this through. So, can I ask who am I talking to?
I'm military. United States Army. Currently stationed outside your quarantine perimeter. I've been here since it was established 36 hours ago.
You're with the forces surrounding Raccoon City?
Correct, sir. Now listen, I have information for your listeners. They need to hear information that Command is deliberately keeping from the public, from the press, from everyone.
Why call me? Why a dying radio station in a quarantine city?
Because you're still on the air. Because people inside that perimeter, I believe, are still listening to you. I know. Because I've been monitoring your frequency. Because those people deserve to know the truth about what's coming. Before it happens.
What exactly is coming?
They're going to erase the city.
Erase? Can you explain that?
Sterilization protocols. The ones they keep announcing on the loudspeakers. They're not a threat designed to keep people inside. They're not a bluff. They're a concrete military operation with a designated timeline and a delivery system already in position.
What kind of delivery system?
I don't have specifics. It's above my clearance level. But I've heard things. Conversations between officers who forget enlisted men have ears. word, thermobaric keeps coming up. Whatever's coming, it's designed to ensure complete destruction. Every building leveled, every street turned to ash. Nothing left to stand.
No witnesses. No evidence.
Exactly. The official story will be an industrial accident. Chemical plant explosion. Something that explains the devastation without raising questions. And by the time anyone thinks to investigate there won't be anything left to find.
What about the timeline?
The timeline is flexible, as far as I know. That's the word they keep using in briefings. What it really means is that Command is scared. The infection rate inside the city is accelerating faster than their models predicted. Every hour that passes, the risk of a breach increases. If they lose confidence in the perimeter, even for a moment, the order comes immediately.
Have there been breaches?
Minor ones. Isolated infected, reaching the barriers through drainage tunnels, gaps in the fencing, old service roads. They've been neutralized. But there have also been escape attempts. Civilians trying to get out.
What happened to them?
Early yesterday morning, Western Checkpoint. Station wagon came down the access road doing maybe 60 miles an hour. Family inside. They found out later it was a husband and a wife and 2 teenage daughters. They'd been hiding in their attic for almost 24 hours. And finally, they decided to make a run for it.
And did they get through?
They didn't even get close. The checkpoint commander gave one warning over the loudspeaker. Stop your vehicle immediately or we will open fire. Maybe they didn't hear. Maybe they were too scared to stop. Maybe they thought if they drive fast enough, they'd break through and it would all be over. The gunner on the 50 cal. He didn't wait to find out. Car caught fire after the second burst. We had to let it burn for 20 minutes before anyone could approach. When they finally pulled out the bodies, what was left of them, the mother, still holding the daughter's hand in the back seat.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've been deployed overseas. I've seen combat. But I've never smelled anything like that. I can still smell it now.
You're telling me they shot American civilians? A family?
They shot potential contamination vector. That's the language being used. Vectors, containment, acceptable losses. Nobody says people anymore. Nobody says family or children or innocent. The moment those words enter the conversation, someone might hesitate. Hesitation gets people killed. That's what we're taught.
How many people have been killed at the perimeter?
I don't know exact numbers. Dozens at minimum. Maybe some more. Someone tried to rush the checkpoints. Others tried to climb the barrier, cut through the fencing. A few made it into no man's land between the inner and outer perimeter before they were spotted.
And all of them were killed?
All of them, standing orders, no exceptions. No one in, no one out. Anyone who approaches from either direction is treated as hostile.
And is that even if they're clearly not infected?
Yeah. Everyone inside that perimeter is presumed contaminated, expendable.
Acceptable losses.
Yeah. Written off before the sun came up on the first day. Thousands of people. As far as command is concerned, everyone in Raccoon City is already dead. They're just waiting for the paperwork to catch up with reality.
And the military is just okay with this?
Not all of us. There are factions. Officers who think we should be sending in extraction teams. That we're abandoning citizens. But those voices are being overruled. Umbrella Corporation has representatives in every command meeting advising, pushing for containment over rescue, making sure this ends in a way that protects their interests. They're terrified. If survivors escape, if evidence reaches the media, if the truth about what they did becomes public knowledge, Umbrella is finished. Criminal charges, congressional investigations, lawsuits that would bankrupt them 10 times over. They'd rather see 100,000 people incinerated than face accountability.
And the government's letting them call the shots?
Umbrella has classified contracts with the Defense Department. Bioweapons research going back decades. The government is complicit in this. Has been for years. They can expose Umbrella without exposing themselves.
So, everyone inside the city dies to protect the cover-up?
Yes. Yes, that's right.
Can I ask, why are you telling me this? What do you want?
I don't know anymore. When I picked up this phone, I thought I was doing the right thing. Exposing the truth, warning people, but now that I'm saying it out loud...
It doesn't feel like enough?
No, it doesn't. Because knowing the truth doesn't change anything, does it? Those people inside the city can't escape. They can't fight back. All I've done is confirm what they already suspected, that no one is coming to save them.
I get the sense that there's something else. Something you're not telling me.
What do you mean?
Well, I've been doing this show for 8 years. I've talked to thousands of people in the middle of the night. I know what it sounds like when a person is holding back. Is there anything you're holding back? I mean, we're all gonna die here anyway.
I've been listening to your broadcasts. All of them since they started. People calling in from the hospital, the ones trapped in their homes, the ones who died on the line. They weren't just voices to me.
Then, what were they?
I know the hospital, Raccoon General, 3rd floor, maternity ward. That's where I was born.
So, you're from here? You're from Raccoon City?
Yes, sir. I lived there until I was 20 years old. Every street those callers mentioned, I know them all. I used to ride my bike down those roads. Used to buy candy in those stores. Used to cut through Raccoon Park on my way to school.
I see. And you left?
Yeah, years ago. Joined the army and never looked back. Never called home. Never visited. Never even let myself think about the place if I could help it.
Why not?
Because I was running from everything. From who I used to be, from my family. When I heard Raccoon City was the target of this operation, I should have recused myself. Protocol says soldiers with personal connections to an operation shown should step back, request reassignment. Instead, I volunteered. Put my name at the top of the list.
Why would you do that?
I told myself it was tactical. I know the terrain, know the roads, the layout, but that wasn't why.
Then why?
Because it felt like penance. Like if I had to watch it happen. Had to be complicit in destroying the place I came from. Maybe that would balance what I did. Years of silence. Years of pretending my family didn't exist. Maybe this is what I deserved. But I can't do it, Marcus. I thought I could. Thought I'd made peace with it, but standing out here, watching my city burn, hearing those people die on your show, I can't stop thinking about them. I can't stop.
Your family?
My parents. They never left Raccoon City. That place was their whole world, and I haven't spoke to either of them in 12 years, I think. Not once. Not a single word.
Why? What happened?
I said things. The night I left, terrible things I've never been able to take back, and instead of apologizing, instead of trying to fix it, I just disappeared. Built a whole new life pretending they didn't exist. My mother tried to reach me for years. Letters, phone calls, messages through relatives. I ignored all of it. My father, we haven't exchanged a word since that night. Hell, I don't even know if they're still alive. If they're hiding somewhere scared, waiting for help. If they're already dead. Or if they're one of those things.
Do you have a name? A real name?
Yeah, but I can't say it over the radio.
If I go dark for a couple of seconds, will you tell me it?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, folks. We're going dark for just a couple of seconds. And we're back. Okay. I have the name. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, one thing at a time. Let me have a look in this directory. Okay, I'm just looking up your second name. 47 Cedar Lane. Different address. Okay. They did move, but maybe, I'm not sure. There's a phone number. Okay. I'm going to try this number. Can you stay with me on the line?
I don't know, Marcus. I don't know if I can do this.
Look, you've been carrying this for years. Whatever happens in the next few minutes, at least you'll know. At least you'll have tried.
What if they're dead? If they're already gone?
Then you'll know that too. And you won't spend the rest of your life wondering.
What if they don't talk to me? After everything I did?
The city is dying. Whatever happened all those years ago, this might be your only chance. Any of you has anything to say, don't waste it on fear.
You don't understand. The last thing I said to my father, I told him I'd rather die than end up like him. Those exact words. In his own house, to his face.
Then this is your chance to unsay it. Or at least say something else, something true. We at least have to try. Okay. I'm dialing now. I'm going to put us on a 3-way connection. You should be able to hear everything.
Okay.
Just breathe. Whatever happens, I'll be here. It's busy. The lines are overwhelmed. Everyone in the city is trying to reach loved ones at the same time.
Can you try again, please?
I will. Just give it a few seconds for the exchange to clear. Okay, it's ringing. That's good. Come on. Come on, pick up. No answer. That doesn't mean anything. They might have been away from the phone. Might be hiding in a back room. Might be asleep. Or they might be dead. Don't go there. Don't go there. Not yet. I'm trying again. Come on. Somebody pick up. Hello? Is someone there?
Who is this? How did you get this number?
Sir, my name is Marcus Webb. I'm a radio host at RCN. Am I speaking with Raymond?
Who? Who's asking? How did you get this number?
Sir, I have someone on the line who's been trying to reach this household. Someone who wants to speak to you. And Eleanor?
Eleanor cannot come to the phone.
Sir, this is urgent. May I ask who I'm speaking with?
This is Raymond. Now who the hell wants to talk to my wife? At 2 a.m, during the apocalypse.
Raymond, I'm going to connect another caller now, someone who's been waiting a long time to make this call.
What? What are you talking about?
Please just stay on the line. Okay. You're on the line, go ahead.
Dad?
Daniel? Daniel, is that you? Is that my son?
Yeah, it's me.
Daniel? My God. Your voice, it sounds...
Yeah, I'm using a modulator. It's been, a long time, Dad.
I know exactly how long it's been. I've counted every single day. Where have you been? No calls. No letters, nothing. Your mother cried herself to sleep for months. For months. And you call me now.
Dad, I know I was wrong.
Do you? Do you have any idea what you put us through?
What you put her through?
She never stopped hoping. Never stopped waiting for you to come home. Every birthday, every Christmas. She'd say, maybe this year. And every year, nothing.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'm so sorry.
Don't say sorry to me. I'm not the one you owe it to.
Then, let me talk to her. Let me tell her.
You want to talk to her? Huh? You want to apologize to your mother?
Yes, please, Dad. Just let me.
You can't. You can't.
What?
You can't talk to her. Not anymore. Not ever again.
Dad, what? Where is Mom?
Yesterday morning. Around 10 o'clock. Your mother heard something outside. A child crying in the street. You know how she was. Couldn't stand to hear anyone in pain.
I told her not to go out. Told her it wasn't safe. We'd been listening to the radio. Heard what was happening, but she said, Raymond, that's someone's baby out there. That's someone's baby. And she went. She came back. I don't know, 20 minutes later. The bite on her arm. Tried to hide it at first. Wrapped it in a dish towel. Told me she just scraped it on a fence. But I saw the teeth marks. I knew what it meant. She got sick fast. There was a fever spiking within hours. By afternoon, she couldn't keep water down. By evening, she didn't even recognize me. Thought she was back in Ohio. Thought she was a little girl again. And then, around midnight, she just stopped. Stopped breathing. Stopped moving. My Eleanor was gone.
I should have been there. I should have...
That wasn't the end. You know that, don't you? You've been listening to this radio station. You know what happens next. About 6 hours ago, she woke up. Or the thing that used to be her woke up. Started moving. Started making sounds. I had to lock her in the bedroom. The room where we slept together for 30 years. You can hear that, right? Through the radio. That sound. That's your mother, Daniel. Or what's left of her. Trying to get out. Trying to get to me.
Dad, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You want to apologize? Apologize to her. She's the one who cried every night. She's the one who kept your room exactly the way you left it. She's the one who set your place at the table every holiday for 12 years. I was just angry. She was heartbroken. So don't tell me you're sorry, Daniel. Tell her, go ahead. She's right there, behind the door. Tell her.
She can't hear me.
No, she can't. The
Everything in that room can't hear you, can't understand you, can't forgive you. Because that's not your mother anymore, Daniel. Your mother died last night. Alone. Scared. Calling out for a son who never came home.
The things I said the night I left, about the town, about you, about everything.
Yes. What about them?
I call this place a graveyard. Said people who stayed here were too scared to want more. I said I'd rather die than end up like you. Those exact words.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I remember.
I thought I knew everything. I thought leaving made me brave. I thought staying made you weak. I thought wanting more meant running away from where you came from.
Yes, that's right, I remember.
I was wrong. About all of it. You chose to build something. A business, a family, a way of life. You chose to be part of a community, to put down roots, to mean something to the people around you. That takes more courage than running ever did. I've spent years in the army, following orders, going where they send me, never staying anywhere long enough to matter. I thought that made me free. But I was just scared. Scared of commitment, scared of belonging, scared of becoming my father.
And now, you're standing outside the city you grew up in.
With a rifle in my hands. Part of the unit that might destroy it. The town I called worthless, the place I couldn't wait to escape. I might be one of the people who wipes it off the map.
You know what your mother said? After you left? After I told her what you said about us?
What?
She said, "Oh, he's just young. He's angry. He'll come back when he's ready." She believed that all those years, Daniel. She never stopped. Every time I wanted to be angry at you, every time I wanted to write you off, she'd say, "He's our son, Raymond. He'll come home." She never stopped loving you. Not one single day. I was angry. God, I was so angry for years, but Eleanor, she couldn't hold a grudge against her own son. She didn't have it in her. She kept your room exactly the way you left it. It's there right now. Wouldn't let me touch a single thing. Your old baseball glove is still on the dresser. Your books are still on the shelf. I wanted to turn it into a guest room. Or storage, you know. Something useful. But she wouldn't have it. Said you might need it when you came home. Said you want to see that everything was exactly where you left it. That's what she said. You know, she wrote you letters, dozens of them. We couldn't send them because she didn't have your address. You made sure of that, didn't you? But she wrote them anyway. They're in a shoebox in the closet. Birthday cards, Christmas cards, just things she wanted you to know.
What kind of things?
Everything, little things mostly. She wrote about the garden. How the tomatoes came in one year. How the squirrels kept getting into the bird feeder. How she finally learned to grow roses after killing 3 bushes. She wrote about the neighbors. You know, the Hendersons, the Kimura twins, old Mr. Garrison. She wrote about your birthday every year.
Dad, stop. Please.
Every birthday, every Christmas, every Thanksgiving. She set a place for you at the table. Put out a plate, silverware, a glass. Said as long as there was a place for you, there was hope you'd come fill it. She had a photo of you on the mantelpiece. It's still there. She used to touch the photo every morning when she came downstairs. Just brush it with her fingers across your face. Like she could still feel you somehow.
And I'm too late. I waited too long, and now she's...
Daniel, listen to me.
I killed her. I killed her by not being there. If I'd come back, if I'd called, if I'd been here when this started...
No, you didn't. A monster killed her. The corporation's greed killed her. You made mistakes. God knows you made mistakes, but you didn't kill your mother, Daniel.
How can you say that? After everything I did.
Because she would say it. If she were here, really here, she'd say the same thing. She'd tell you to stop blaming yourself. She'd tell you she loves you. She'd wrap her arms around you and hold you the way she did when you were small and scared, and tell you everything was going to be all right. She forgave you years ago, Daniel. Maybe the same day you left. She never needed you to apologize. She just wished that you would come home.
Dad, tell me, what is your situation right now?
What do you mean?
Are you bitten? Are you injured? How secure is the house?
No, I'm not bitten. The house is barricaded pretty good. I reinforced the doors yesterday when things got bad. I've got some food and water for a few days at least.
What about the bedroom door? The one where Mom is?
It's solid oak, deadbolt, it'll hold. She can't get out.
Good. That's good. Keep it that way.
Daniel, what are you?
I'm coming to get you.
What? Don't be stupid. You can't get in. The perimeter.
I'm military, remember? I know this perimeter better than anyone. I've studied every inch of it. I know where the gaps are. The maintenance tunnels, the storm drains. The old service roads that haven't been sealed yet.
Daniel, no. That would be suicide.
Maybe. But I've spent years running from you. Running from this family, running away from home. I'm not doing it again.
No. You'll die. You'll die trying to get in here. And even if you make it, the whole city's going to be destroyed. You'll die
And
anyway.
I'll die trying to save my father instead of running away from him. That's worth something. That has to be worth something.
You always were stubborn, huh? You got that from your
I
mother.
got it from both of you.
Yeah? Yeah, maybe you did.
Okay. I'm gonna come. And I'll find the house.
The bedroom where she is. It's at the back of the house, the master bedroom. Stay away from that door.
I will. Where will you be?
In the living room by the front window. I'll be watching for you.
It might take a while. Most likely, most of a day, maybe longer. Depends on how I get in.
Okay. I'll wait. I've got nowhere else to be.
Dad, I love you. I should have said it more.
I love you too, son. I always did. Even when I was too angry to show it.
Tell her I know she can't understand anymore. I know she's not Mom anymore, but tell her anyway. Tell her Daniel's coming home.
Okay, I'll tell her. I'll sit by the door and I'll tell her.
I'll see you soon, Dad.
Daniel, please be careful. Please.
I will.
Your mother would be proud of you. For doing this. For trying.
I hope so.
I know so.
Well, I think they've both gone from the line. This is Marcus Webb, and that was something else. I've been doing this job for a long time, late night radio, talking to insomniacs, and shift workers, and lonely people. Just need a voice in the darkness. I thought I'd heard every kind of human story there was. But that was different. That was very different. Eleanor spent years waiting for her son to come home. Setting a place at a table he'd never sit in. Writing letters. Always saying maybe today's the day. And he never came. Now she's gone, locked in a bedroom, scratching at the door. She'll never know her son finally called. Somewhere out there, he's planning to breach military lines. Walk into a city of dead. Not to escape, not to survive, just to reach his father. Just to come home. The odds say he won't make it. The perimeter is designed to, it's designed by people who understand exactly how desperate humans get. They've got thermal imaging, night vision, orders to shoot anything that moves. But Daniel knows the terrain, I guess. He grew up here. More than that, he has something that most people don't. A reason to keep going. I don't know how much longer I've got. Generators failing. They're getting closer out there. But I'm staying on the air as long as I can. If Daniel needs to reach his father again, I'll be here. If Raymond needs to hear a human voice, I'll be here. Somewhere out there, a son is going home. I don't know if he's making it, but at least he's trying. I don't know what that's worth. Maybe nothing. Maybe everything. This is Marcus Webb. RCN 94.7 FM. Still broadcasting. Still breathing. For now. Stay alive out there. Keep that door locked. Keep that window lit. Your son's coming home.